I don't know how other YouTubers prep before they begin a video, but this is what I do. Mince pie, cup of tea. Oh yeah, good to go. Hello my lovelies, how are you guys? Thank you for coming back again. This is my second video. I'm really excited, as you can tell by my high-pitched voice that's really a bit annoying, and I'm really going to try not to sing in this episode. So today's video, what are you going to learn today in today's video with Remy from Remio Social? Well, I thought actually the best place to start would be with outsourcing. And some of you going, hey Rem, what's outsourcing? Well, let me tell you. Outsourcing is really used when you don't really have time to do something, so you ask somebody else to do it for you. That's kind of the basic explanation of what outsourcing is. So if you are a business owner, a busy business owner who is so consumed with running your business, getting products out, delivering your services, that actually at the end of the day, you don't have the time to sit down and create new content every week or every day for your product or your service or your brand, outsourcing could be a really viable way for you to still get all your stuff done, but keep on top of your social media at the same time. Now, I have used outsourcing myself personally as a small business owner, so I'm talking to you from experience of what it's like to use an outsourcer. I used to run an events company on my own, and it was a huge deal, big event, and I used to do everything. So I would I would be the receptionist, I would take credit card payments, I would create tickets, I would do the admin, and then I would spend hours upon hours living on Facebook and Twitter, creating organic growth and creating really strong engagement with businesses, because I needed them to book into my event, and with the customers because I needed them to come to my event. And so I would be on these platforms all the time, talking, and creating these fantastic relationships. But what I found I didn't have time to do was write blogs. And I had so much in my head that I wanted to get out there into the world, but I just didn't have the time to do it because I was doing everything else as a small business owner, right? It's nuts. You could literally work for 24 hours straight and it still just wouldn't be enough time. So I outsourced my blogs, and I found a girl in Malaysia who had fantastic English writing skills. I read a load of her reviews, I got in contact with her, gave her a brief of what I needed content written about, and off she went. So you could do the same thing. I find a lot of the resources that are at the lower end of the budget, so if you haven't got a lot of money to spend, are overseas. In a lot of the Asian countries, you can get some fantastic writers who can come and do, they can actually create your blogs, they could create your Facebook posts, they could create Instagram pictures with captions for you, they can update your LinkedIn, I mean literally anything. They could make YouTube videos for you if you need it, right? The first place to start really is online, and what is going to be required of you is about maybe 10-15 minutes of your time to go to one of these websites and fill in a description about what it is you want. What is the service you need help with, and that's what you're going to go and ask for. So now what I'd like to do is jump into my computer so I can show you some of the websites that are out there that offer outsourcing, and then I'm going to take you through an example of how to place an advert for an outsourcer. Let's do it. So let's jump straight into this. Over here we have a site called fiverr.com, and we also have another site called Upwork. I've never actually used Upwork, but I have used Fiverr in the past to hire freelancers to write blog posts for my events company when I was just too overwhelmed. So what I thought I'd do is I would go through this step by step with you, and I am, instead of signing in, because I do have an account, I'm just going to take it as if I've never used this site before. So you can either join with your Facebook, your Google, or an email address. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my email address. Choose a username. I'm just going to put whatever, Choose a password and join. So we are in Fiverr now, and you can see across the top there's categories, things that you can hire people for. So you can hire people for graphic design, and then underneath that there is a whole host of different categories for graphic design, from logo design to flyer design to podcast covers. Whatever it is you need, you can find it here as a service on Fiverr. Then we go to digital marketing. So here, this is probably where you're going to start, social media marketing, if you need help with creating stuff for your social media. We've got writing, so we've got people here who will write article and blog posts for you. They'll create social media copy. We've got video and animation, so people can make you short video adverts if that's what your business needs. Logo animations if you want that, intros and outros, and this could be for YouTube videos, it could be for podcasts, it could be for anything that you need. And there's also music and audio categories, so if you need voiceover work done, if you need sound effects for your videos, or if you want somebody to edit your podcast for you, anything music and audio related. Then we've got programming and tech, business, lifestyle and industries. But you're probably going to need this category, which is digital marketing. So I'm going to click on social media marketing and show you what's in there. And the best thing to do really is to go on these sites and have a look around. And what you'll see is a whole host of, I suppose, adverts from these people who is telling you what it is they can do for you. This person says, I will be your social media manager, and she starts at £32.31. On her ad, it says that she does content creation, she can manage your platform, she creates top hashtags and captions for your business, she can do organic traffic, and she can schedule your posts. Brilliant. So that might be somebody that you could use. What I tend to do is look here. This is really an important bit. I don't know if I can zoom in. So this is a real important bit here. This is the rating of the seller or the freelancer, okay? 4.9 is really high. And then next to it says 594. That means she has 594 reviews, and she's ranking at a 4.9, which is pretty awesome. Okay, next to it here there's one that's ranking at a 5.0, absolutely top scores, and has 595 reviews. Somebody like this, they've had 594 customers before you. You know they're good at what they do because the score can tell you that. And also when you click into the profile, you can then see examples of some of their work. So let's go ahead and do that. So you'll see here there's a whole host of menu of people offering their services, engaging ad copy, Instagram hashtags. It's like a whole gorgeous cart full of human beings that are there and are ready to work for you. You just have to find the right one. So I'm going to click on this one that we've kind of focused on, the one that says I will be your social media manager. So we're now on her page. So this is the same advert, it's a bit bigger. On the right hand side over here, this is where she lays out her pricing, what she charges and what you'll get for hiring her. And if you go further down the page, there's a bit of an explanation on the page here about who she is. It looks like she's actually part of a team of people. And then if you go down a bit further, you can learn a bit more. So this person is from Pakistan. They've been on this site for nearly 3 years, over 3 years, since October 2016. And then price plans. And there are all sorts of prices. And the honest truth is you kind of get what you pay for. So if you're somebody who is going to take, Fiverr at their last word and only hire people that charge $5, then you're probably going to get the equivalent of $5 worth of work. However, you're in a position where you can pay more. So, paying £15 or £20 for someone to do an article, which has saved you time and it's going to be of a high standard and they can even post it for you, might be beneficial to you, right? But if you've paid someone that money and you've got a piece of content that you feel is not good enough, you can go back and address it with them. You can go back to them and say, hey, this is not really what I was expected. Can you tweak it and do it more like this? And they can revise what they have given to you. It's not like you pay and you just have to take what it is they give you and just be done with it, even if it's shocking and you're never going to use it because you've just wasted money, right? So it's on them. And also, you're going to give them a bad review. They don't want bad reviews. They don't want their score affected. So it's really in their interest to produce the best work for you, and so that you don't have to go back to them and ask for revisions. There are basic packages, standard packages, and premium packages. So a premium package to hire this person is $160 a month, which is the equivalent to £130 roughly a month. The standard package is $75 a week, $75 a week, and basic is $40 a week, which is about £32 a week. So for a weekly hire of this person, you pay £32, and that means every day they will post 2 posts for you, and they will do your hashtags and your captions, and they will do at least 5 or more social media posts. And also they're offering a 24/7 service, which means if you need to message them in the middle of the night, somebody's going to be there to respond to you. And this section here is really interesting because it tells you that she has 50 orders in a queue, right? So you then have to think, well, if somebody's got 50 orders before yours, you know you're not going to get your stuff tomorrow. And if you're in a need to get content fairly quickly, then it may be that you save this person as a favorite and you go and find somebody else with less orders in a queue, because then you know your work's going to get done quicker. With the pictures here, they can show you examples of the work that they've already done, so it's worth looking through the pictures and seeing some of the content that they've created for other businesses to support whether or not they're going to be the right fit for you, whether they have the right skills for you. If you're in any doubt how long something's going to take, send them a message and contact them and just say, hey, I'd really like to hire you. I need to get some work done by next week. Are you able to guarantee that you can get it done in that time frame? And find out how much work they've got on board at the moment, and if realistically they can meet your time scale. And the only way to find out is by asking. There's some frequently asked questions. But this is the real moment of truth, I think, for most people on Fiverr, the review section. And I strongly suggest you use the review section and look through and read. And it gives you a sense of how genuine the person is, whether they're capable of delivering what they say they can. And this is where you build your trust in the freelancer that you may or may not use. Somebody here has written the bestseller ever on Fiverr, which is nice. And then somebody else has said long-term business relationship. This is a great seller. So I would go through many reviews before you select a freelancer. And I would also send messages before I would even book or pay for. And when you're ready, you just go here, hit on the button continue, and then go through the process. So it says, once you've clicked on continue, it says, hey, on your service one, that's the name of the company or the freelancer that I've chosen, is waiting for your requirements right after you complete your order. So it's telling you what's going to happen. You're going to pay, so you're going to go here, and it tells you this is your subtotal, this is the service fee, and that goes to Fiverr, and so what your total is. And then it also tells you how long your delivery time will be, 3 days. You click on order now, boom, and once you've ordered, then you send across your requirements. And that's really important. You don't just click order now and then just expect miraculously content to appear. You do then have to go on, explain to them what it is you need. You explain what type of business you have, what type of content you want, when you want it, how you want it, and be as clear and descriptive as you can, and try and keep it as simple as you can. Don't overinflate, don't waffle too much. Try and keep it as simple as possible so that they understand what you need and can deliver you what you want. And so what they do is obviously they try and upsell you. So if you can see you're on the order page, so you know what your total is. But if you look over here, she's saying to you stories for Instagram 1 day. And she's saying, I will design and post 4 stories a month. which means that's once a week she will design and post something to go on your Instagram. And Instagram stories are really important, and I will do a whole video on Instagram stories really soon. But she's charging £24 for a month's worth of Instagram stories. Now, for me, I don't think that's too bad. You know, I look at it as, if I'm so busy with my business I don't have time to generate anything, you know, or once a month I'm only posting, actually spending £25 and knowing that once a week my Instagram is going to have something on it is probably worth doing. But that's up to you. That's a little upsell from her here to say a bit of extras. Tag that on if you want it, and then over here you'll see the price has now changed. So your order plus your extras now equals £59, and it'll all be delivered in 4 days. You click order now, and then you go on and you input your card details. That's it. Fiverr is really simple to use. The longest amount of time will be spent sifting through, finding somebody who connects with you, somebody who's in your price range, and then having a conversation with them and finding out if they are actually able to deliver what you want them to deliver, and going through the menus. So again, let me just jump to writing and translation, click on blog post, because I think that's probably something you may need for your business. You can ask someone to write Facebook posts for you. All sorts of, pretty much anything you want on here, you can get someone to do. If you don't want to use the menu and you just want to go to search, the top of Fiverr there is a search bar and it says find services in it. So I'm just going to type in blog as an example, and then you scroll down and you can either go with blog or blog writing, blog post, blogs for WordPress, blog post writer, writing blog articles. Click on that one. That's it, guys. That's it. And then there's a whole list of people. Somebody here says, I'll write a German blog article for you about dog training. Somebody says killer content for blogs. Somebody else will do SEO, article writing, blog posting, or content writing. There is so much on here, and yeah, the longest amount of time you're going to spend is really just going through and deciding which one is going to be right for you. But the other feature I'll tell you about with Fiverr is this: add to saved. When you click on the grey heart, it turns red and it now means it's in your saved list. That's it, guys. That's all you really need to do for outsourcing. Again, you can check out work and go on there and post a job. You do need to spend a little bit more time because you need to give a description of who it is you're trying to hire and what it is you want them to do. So that, for example, could be, I need a online marketer who can create Facebook posts for me twice a week on a Monday and a Friday. Being able to write in good English is a really strong requirement, and then put in whatever your topic or category or business is about, so that they know. And they might be like, well, actually I don't really know anything about this subject matter and I'm not going to write for that. Or they may go, actually, I've already done posts like this before, I know this market, I know this niche. So they might then contact you to work for you. It depends which way you really like working. It might be that you like to post a job versus whichever way you are best at working, then go with one of these two sites. You can either request and put an ad out there and request that freelancers get in touch with you based on what you're looking for, or you can go to Fiverr and just pick and choose somebody who's already got experience and might be perfect for you. I hope that was useful.